Over in North Africa, President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, says the alleged perpetrators of Sunday's church attack have been arrested. He made the announcement at a funeral service in Cairo on Monday. The 26 people killed in the suicide bomb blast at Egypt's main Coptic Christian cathedral have been afforded military funerals. That's the highest honor Egypt can bestow on the deceased. President Sisi says preliminary investigations now show that the attack was carried out by a 22-year-old man. He's added that 3 men and 1 woman have been taken into police custody. Another 2 suspects, however, are still at large. The attack is one of the deadliest on Egyptian Christians in recent years. Let's get some more information on the aftermath, of course, of that attack and market reactions to it. Yasser Kim joins me now live from Cairo. Yasser, what more do we know about the identities and the motivations of the 3 men and the 1 woman who's been arrested in connection to Sunday's attack?
Well, Rama, we only know one of them, and that's the name Mahmoud Shafi. The name itself, the 22-year-old man, was named by the president himself during a speech to the Coptic Christians who were at the mass today, funeral earlier today. He's a man who's been wanted for other attacks before. He's been arrested before, but he had escaped, or he was at large and being sought for, and that he is the one identified by the other suspects, and also by the DNA. His body was found in pieces, according to the authorities. But we're not given more details until now of the rest of the group.
Indeed. Survivors have accused the police of having put in place very poor security yesterday. Has there been a formal response to that from the authorities?
Not yet. The authorities at this point are trying to continue investigations. They're trying to calm the citizens and not go into confrontation and sort of responding to anything now, knowing that there is anger within and sadness within Egyptians, not just the Christians, all Egyptians. It's been a sad day, and it's a big event that needs to calm down before making announcements. But what we know is that usually in this church is that the police is the one that is taking care of the security outside. And according to the church and the authorities, the security of the church itself is the one that is responsible for the security inside. And I think later on we will understand how did the bomb go inside. Was it a lapse? It's responsibility of the security inside to make sure whoever is going in should be well searched, or is it the police? So at this point it's not clear, but we know that there are 2 sources of security. There's the police outside the premises, and inside is security of the church itself, run and organized by the church itself. And the investigations will show more and the responsibilities later on.
Indeed. One last question for you, Yasser. The markets today closing broadly higher. 24 of the EGX 30 components going up, only 3 falling, up 146 points, up 1.29%. Is it that traders and investors perhaps don't see these security lapses as a wider economic problem?
Now, the stock exchange increased or went higher. I think the business community now and the investors see these events as something that is not a daily issue, or maybe that is not going to be as effective as before. There's been attacks in various countries around the world, and the terrorism has been hitting a lot of places. So Egypt is is nothing that shows that there is a lapse or major lapse. Actually, in the last few years, there has been major improvements in the security situation. The number of attacks has been reduced drastically in the last year or 2. Yes, there are, just like in Europe, just like in many other countries, but it's not as dangerous, not as predominant and as 2 years ago. And I think this sign of improvement, although there is still danger, but this sign of improvement has created some kind of trust or confidence within the markets that it will pass, just like it has happened before. And the markets have been responding positively to such events in the last 6 months. We've seen it's not the first time that the market went higher after an attack or after such an incident. And I don't think it will also be affected later on. There is some kind of confidence that Egypt is on the right track. It will be hard, there will be setbacks, but there is improvement and the reforms have yielded results so far, and there is a better outlook for Egypt in spite of this attack.
Indeed. We'll leave it there for the time being. Thank you very much for the update. That's Yasser Kim, live, of course, from Cairo.